Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is once again a new week here in Call of Duty, and it's a pretty big week at that. While it's not technically the midway point for Season 2 anymore in Warzone and Cold War, this week we are actually going to end up seeing the mid-season update go live, and that of course is going to bring some new content and changes to all titles, maybe with the exception of Modern Warfare. Honestly, we don't really have any idea what's going on there. But regardless, today we got a brand new preview and reveal for what to expect in the biggest update since Season 2's launch. So as we break it all down, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, or if you're part of the 55% of viewers who haven't already subscribed, I'm always covering everything going on in COD, news, intel, updates, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. So, gonna be honest, the vast majority of what we see revealed about the mid-season update does in fact have to do with Black Ops Cold War and not so much Warzone, which is kind of confusing. We're expecting a lot to be coming with the mid-season update for Warzone, weapon tuning, hopefully some map changes and other stuff like that, but they haven't really revealed much about that so far. However, that said, we do have a roadmap which details some Warzone stuff, but mainly Cold War stuff. And we do also learn some other information from the blog post as well. But let's start first with the roadmap, which you guys can see on the screen right now. And first up, it has the Warzone column, which says, "The threat rises in Verdansk." And in this image specifically, we don't know if this is simply for cinematic and sort of visual effect, or if it's truly realistic as to what we're going to see in game. But the zombies are actually on the south side of the dam. You can sort of see the dam behind Revis there. Then obviously, we see Revis and Wolf featured as the operators here. And Wolf is actually holding the death machine from Cold War in his hands. Obviously, we've had the death machine in Warzone accessible before via the Juggernauts, but those really aren't super common anymore. Thank goodness they're not super common anymore, because obviously they only spawn via the in-game events like the Jailbreak and the Fire Sale and whatnot. But this may be a teaser that the death machine could actually spawn out of crates, sort of similar to how we have the War Machine doing that already. Or like I said, they could just be doing this for like visual effect. Since Wolf has been holding the death machine in basically every single promo picture that he's been in since the reveal of Season 2. Then we see the Cold War multiplayer content is revealed. We see we're getting Miami Strike for 6v6, which we've already confirmed before. Now it's also confirmed that we are getting Mansion for 2v2 and 3v3, then also Golova for multi-team all tonight with the update for Cold War. And I do want to mention on Golova specifically, we're going to see the 40-player hardpoint mode, thus the whole multi-team scenario there, which I think is honestly going to be pretty cool. I believe this is going to be the biggest hardpoint experience that we've ever had, if I recall correctly. Definitely looking forward to trying that one out. We also see we're getting some new multiplayer modes, including multi-team hardpoint. I'm not sure if this is going to be specific to just Golova, or if we're also going to see it in like 6v6, or technically like 3v3v3, maybe 2v2v2. We did see multi-team back in Black Ops 2, and it was honestly pretty fun, so that is now returning. We know for sure on that larger scale of 40 players, maybe less though, we're going to have to wait and see. We also have the gunfight tournament dropping in season, so at some point in the next 3 weeks before, I believe April 22nd is when Season 3 is going to start. Then same deal with Blueprint gun game as well. Specifically when it comes to the gunfight tournaments, obviously we had these back in Modern Warfare multiplayer. I thought they were a ton of fun. I would say chances are we're going to end up getting some rewards from those tournaments if you win, just like an MWMP. We'll probably get, I would say like a new blueprint, probably some charms, some calling cards, all sorts of stuff like that. Then for Outbreak, we're getting the brand new Sanatorium at Night region. So you're going to be able to play on the very first nighttime map that we've ever had for Outbreak. That's going to be a pretty interesting twist to Sanatorium. And honestly, I would say just Outbreak in general makes everything a bit more spooky, if you will. Then we're also getting a new objective called Secure, a new dirt bike vehicle, and then also some new intel too. Then for all the universal content between Warzone and Cold War, we of course have the new operators of Wolf and Revis. This actually confirms that we're getting Wolf at the arrival of the Season 2 Reloaded update. And then we're going to see Revis at some point in the next 3 weeks, just like all the new modes. Then the ZRG 20mm sniper is also dropping sometime in the next 3 weeks. So just a side note there, the sniper is not coming immediately with this update, so we're not going to see that right away. But it's going to be there to sort of, I would say, bridge the gap between right now and then also the end of the season. So at least we're going to have some content to look out for in the coming weeks. And then to close out the roadmap, we do see we're getting some new maps and some props and prop hunt for Cold War. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen prop hunt added to Warzone yet. That was actually a mode that was leaked quite some time ago. I want to say like Season 3, Season 4 maybe. But alas, it never came to fruition. Anyways, that is pretty much all the content and changes that we see from the roadmap. But then, like I said earlier, we also got a brand new blog revealing even more content about the Reloaded update as well. And the first bit of new information that this brings us is that we're finally going to see Gunsmith Customs added to Cold War in the coming weeks. This is going to be another in-season update. I would probably say in a week or two. This is actually going to end up allowing us to mix attachments from blueprints like we can sort of already do in Modern Warfare and Warzone. You can put different kilo blueprint attachments together to sort of combine and make this, I believe they called it at first Frankenstein Gunsmith blueprints. So that is officially coming to Cold War now. However, as of right now, this is only for Cold War. They haven't mentioned if they're going to bring Gunsmith Customs to Warzone for the Cold War weapons, but if it's happening in Cold War, I would expect the feature to come to Warzone at some point in the near future as well. And of course, if and when we get that info, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. Now, we also know we're getting some new weapon tuning with the Reloaded updates, and I'll cover all that info for Cold War in the update video, either later tonight or early tomorrow morning. Again, stay tuned for all of that. Hopefully, we're going to be covering some Warzone weapon tuning as well. They haven't confirmed that like I mentioned earlier. But if they don't, I'm kind of concerned for the next few weeks of Warzone. The AUG, the FFAR, they're kind of some cheese right now. They gotta go. I'm hoping to see some nerfs there. But anyways, getting back on track here, we do also know that Dead Ops Arcade is now going to get player XP and Battle Pass XP, so you can actually progress your level, then also your Battle Pass while playing that, if you so please. We are also getting a brand new map for Dead Ops Arcade called Silverback Slideways. Then we're also getting the Apply Blueprint feature in Zombies in general, where you can actually put on any blueprint in the pause menu, which is definitely a pretty cool update to see. And then to close out the blog, we do get some actual information on the updates themselves for Cold War, then also for Warzone as well. And specifically for Modern Warfare and Warzone, we've actually got some very, very good news here. This blog says the Season 2 Reloaded update is going to be optimizing the file sizes across Warzone and Modern Warfare. As after this update goes live on all platforms, anybody who owns Warzone and Modern Warfare, or even just Warzone as a free-to-play player, are going to notice a whole lot more free space on their hard drives. But because we're going to be optimizing the files with this update, the actual Season 2 Reloaded update is going to be very, very big on Warzone specifically. We're going to break down the file sizes here in just a second. But the Warzone update is going live on March 30th at 11 p.m. Pacific time, while the Cold War update is actually going live tonight, the 29th at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, set your clocks accordingly. On PlayStation, it's going to be 52 gigs because of the reduction. On Xbox, it's going to be 57 gigs. On PC, it's going to be 52 gigs if you are a free-to-play player. And if you own Modern Warfare and Warzone, this update is going to be 133 gigs for full owners because of those file size reductions, which is pretty crazy to say the least. We're going to be downloading this for quite some time, it would seem. And then for the Cold War update on PlayStation 5, that's going to be 12 gigs. On PS4, it's 7.4 gigs. On Xbox Series X, it'll be 14 gigs. On Xbox One, it'll be 9 gigs. Then on PC, it's going to be 8 gigs. So the Warzone update is really the massive one here, whereas Cold Wars is definitely a lot smaller and a lot more convenient for sure. So yeah, there you have it. With all of that being said, that is effectively everything we just learned about the mid-season update, and that's going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with pretty much everything going on in Call of Duty, whether it be news, intel, updates, tips, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WHosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, and Control Freak products. Links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.